And we're here, everybody. We yet again, I saw your tweet before. The Kyle and Corin's back by popular.
Yeah. Well, I put popular in brackets. I think those are one of the few punctuation marks I know how to use correctly. So whatever English teacher or whatever got that to stick in my brain, I think that's right. I think I just picked it up from like NBA articles because they would always put whatever they were talking about in those parentheses.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, popular is, I don't know, I don't know if that's the right word or not. I mean, like people rock with us, but again, it's hard to tell. Like I was thinking, because I was brushing my teeth right before we got on air, and I was like, I was just looking at my beard, and like I want Molly to give me another haircut, but she won't let me make an appointment right now. And I was like, low key, like at least 10,000 people are gonna see this shit, and like I don't really give a fuck what I look like, but like if you were to tell me that like in 3 hours, I'm gonna be standing in front of 10,000 people.
You would make sure.
I'd be like, I need a barber. Like this is like a major crisis. My shit got to look on point. I got to put a suit on. But that's what's so chilling about like what you do is like, because ultimately it's like you're talking about people, but you could still like, just be chilling and
Yeah. Well, I mean,
thing.
I think that there's a big difference. I think that there's a psychological difference for everybody. Like knowing that you're talking to a lot of people, but you're doing it when there's like the buffer of the internet being there versus talking like doing public speaking where you're in front of them physically. Even though, you could still theoretically reach the same number of people doing both of those things, one of them definitely feels different. So I'm confident in describing them as different skills. Like it's one thing to be able to talk by yourself, like, to the internet versus talk publicly. I do think that most people who are good at one of them is probably likely to be good at both of them, but they are definitely different. They have a very different feel to them.
Yeah. I mean, in person, you can get that sense of like just people looking at you. You can feel like if a line hit or if it didn't hit, and it's just like you have that feeling in the room, and it's like you can make eye contact with someone, and then that guy would just be like, nah.
It's definitely more electric. Like there's a weird electric energy feeling in the room when you do public speaking and like people are physically there. Like it makes you lock in more, it makes you focus more.
Yeah.
Whereas we could be focused, but it's almost like, you know what it's like, Corin? It's almost like our brains are too stupid to understand that we're doing the same thing as if it were in front of a room full of people. Like my
Yeah.
brain is too dumb. Like all I see you sitting there, I'm talking to you, you're talking to me. So it feels like it's just us here, even though it's way more than just us here. But my brain is still on some level like, nah, it's really just Corin.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. I mean, I think about that shit when I like, I don't know. I've said this before when I was like jet skiing before and I was having a good time and I like yelled into the air with nobody there, but I still was like, someone saw that shit and it just looked mad weird. So don't ever do that again.
When
But
were
I
you
don't
jet skiing?
know, like back in Colombia, back in '88,
Oh,
and it was
okay.
just like
Okay.
mad nice out. It was a good ass day, and it was just like it was just a good vibe. And I just like, I think I just screamed on the jet ski, but I was like, nah, some dude heard you say that shit, and it looked mad corny. Don't ever do that again.
Well,
But I don't
where
have that same mindset when I'm here, I guess.
I feel like I talk to myself all the time. Like I'll be by myself and I'll start talking to myself. And it's one of those things where you get the sense that if other people saw you, they'd be like, this person's crazy. But then again, like, I think that it's probably a really high percentage of people that talk to themselves or say ridiculous things or, you know what I mean? Like, I went to the store and we just had a tropical storm here and it was bad. Like, there were trees down everywhere and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was getting into the car, I said to myself, I was talking to myself, and I was like, "It looks apocalyptic out here."
And then
And
you're
then I
like, who the fuck
noticed,
am I talking to?
but then I noticed my neighbor was like 10 feet away looking at me. And I was talking to myself, and like he saw me talk to myself, but then I saw him, and I was just like, I said it to him too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I almost tried to be like, yeah, I said it, but it's cool that I said it because I was saying some real shit. But I'm just lucky that he didn't catch me at a time when I'm like singing in a ridiculous voice with stupid lyrics. Because you know me, I'm liable to just start singing, "Why don't you suck me off, bitch?"
I think at the end of the day, I think we tend to think a lot of the things are worse than like what it really is. Like that's how it was with the mask in the beginning. I was like, I'm not gonna wear this shit, man. There's gonna be some GS dude in the supermarket who looks at me and he's like, huh. But like at the end of the day, no one's thinking that shit. Nobody cares about you. No one gives a fuck what you're doing, what you're saying, because
That's right.
they're doing the same shit.
That's a famous what was it, like Eleanor Roosevelt quote or something? She said, you know, you don't need to worry about what other people think of you because you find out how rarely they do think of you. Here, I want to find the exact quote because it was really good.
Yeah.
I really like this quote. Eleanor Roosevelt.
That was damn. Imagine being in Roosevelt family. Just being like a descendant.
Here it is. Here it is. Let me read this to you. This is so good. You wouldn't worry so much about what others think of you if you realized how seldom they do.
Yeah, it's deep. No one's thinking about you.
Freaks it. Like and think about back when we were younger, like when we were in high school or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody really acts like the world is revolving
around.
Well, no,
in high school it might be a little different. People might actually be like judging you on some shit, but that's where you should ultimately not care.
Well, they might be judging you, but I remember in high school, it's like narcissism peaking, and it's like you feel like you're the star of a movie or something, and everybody's looking at you, and meanwhile, not really. Like, yeah, they'll judge you, you know, and it's a very judgy place in general, but it's just not. It's not what people think it is. It's not like people don't really care that much about you, and that goes for me, that goes for Corin, that goes for everybody.
Yeah, especially I think as you get older too, because there's more like real shit going on that none of that stuff really even matters.
None of it matters. Are you kidding me? Like, think about when you're like beat down by a day of work. Like, you got no time to care about, you know, like, look at what that person's wearing. That would never cross your mind.
No, there's too much crazy shit. Like there's legit too much crazy shit going on that like I don't care. I mean, I do like having it. Like there's certain things that make me feel better, and that I guess goes in line with, you know, it goes hand in hand with, you know, not caring about appearance and all that shit. Because it's like I do like getting a fresh haircut because then just mentally it makes me like feel, I don't know, like cleaner. It makes me feel like more motivated to do shit. Whereas like, yeah, if I just let everything go, like I'm fucking dirty, like rainforest type shit, then the rest of my like attitude just goes with that, you know?
Yes, I get you 100%, but like it might be like, why does that make us feel good though? Because you're right, I like that too, but I think it might have something to do with just the tradition of it on some level. Like it's something that you do, which is part of the routine, which is like a reset. It's like a mental reset. And it's like, okay, now I got this thing. Now I'm good. And it's almost like you're getting everything in order and everything in a row. But it also, on top of that, it also just feels good when you get, you know, like a dope fade because you feel like the wind hitting your head and it feels like nice and clean.
Or even like a brand new pair of shoes or some shit. Like if you've been rocking some shit for mad long and you just put on a brand new comfy pair of shoes, like it just changes your whole like mood. Like it's just like,
well, that one I can't relate to. I can't relate to the shoes one, and you could tell everybody why that is.
I mean, you'll rock shoe. I think you gave me a pair of golf clubs one time, and I had a pair of Iversons in my trunk, and I gave them to you, and you just rocked those like, and I had been rocking them since like '88, and then you took them and rocked those shits like another 88 years. It was like, I was like, you're still wearing those shits? I gave those to you like 4 years ago. You're like, dog, I love these.
And I was like, it's literally the only shoes I wear. But recently, it's funny because I hit a certain point, and then I was just like, I'm just gonna wear whatever I want. And then the thing that I wanted was my slippers.
Yeah,
So
and
now
I've been
I
looking
have,
for a good pair of slippers too. So I commend you on being ahead of the front on the slipper game because that's hard to do. Because I was sort of on the fence about you rocking the slippers. Because when you did, I was like, don't those have that mushy shit on the inside that like make your feet hot and like just uncomfortable and probably stink like a motherfucker? And you're like, nah, dog, my shits are still buttery.
yeah. So I have. It's funny because I have like one pair of inside slippers and then one pair of like outside
Oh,
slippers.
you have two? I thought you just wear the same shits.
Well, I did, but then one day my mom was like, "Listen, don't be an idiot. I get it. You're gonna wear slippers, and I'm not gonna talk you out of wearing slippers because that's not possible. I
Mm-hmm.
understand that."
Mm-hmm.
But stop tracking in whatever dirtiness is outside in the streets and whatnot and in the
That's why
stores.
I had to get a pair of slippers. Yeah.
Exactly. So I got the outside ones and the inside ones, but they're the same ones. And like I've just been wearing those. I'm at least like 7 years deep into the wear slippers all the time stuff.
So you'll come in from outside and take off the other slippers and
Take
just
off.
put on the new slippers.
That's right. But see, the funny thing is, if people don't even know, people don't even realize when they look at them, because these are the type of slippers that can look like either just regular like
Some
sneakers or
loafer type shits.
even like business shoes too.
Yeah.
They look like a little bit.
Yeah.
So people don't even know. They look at it and they're like, they just say they almost give me the benefit of the doubt and in thinking like that's probably not slippers.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, these are slippers.
I mean, there's a lot of there's like some sweat panty type shits that I have, like the black like soccer pant joints that like are tight fitted on the bottom.
Yes, you sold me on those, by the way.
But those can look like some dress pant shits from sort of far away if you're not up close and you feel the material and all that. Like there's a lot of new athleisure wear, I guess, now that is like could come across in a meeting as some like professional shit, but like you go back to its roots and like you should be doing like a CrossFit class in those shits.
Yes, I have the same thing with a pair of pajama pants. They look like they're part of like a suit. Like it's the black like pants of a suit. And so I could definitely get away with doing that. By the way, you did sell me so I'm not everybody knows I'm not like a fashionable person or whatever. But when we were in LA, I had like run out of my sweatpants or something and you were like you can just wear those if you want. And so I put on those. I think they're like aren't they technically like soccer pants?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So as you described, they're kind of normal fitting up top, but then towards your ankles they get like tighter fitting.
Mm-hmm.
And so I put them on. I was like, damn, I love these because the problem with the tight pants previously for me is that they strangle you too much up top. So I always feel like my junk is all like squished in there, and I'm just like, I want more freedom in the upper area. And so, but that was the first time I ever wore the soccer pants, and you sold me on them without even trying. And it was one of those things where it's like I was still wearing the sweatpants that were probably popular in like 1998 with the baggy bottoms and whatnot.
I hate those. Yeah,
you were like, it's almost like even though you would never say it, I could sort of feel that you're judging me on them shits.
Yeah,
like looking at me like, why are you wearing some?
No,
shit?
I would never judge like what you were wearing, but I would advise in a direction of like, yo, just try these shits. It'll change your life. Like,
yes.
I'm not going to knock what you have.
Yes.
I'll never do that to anybody. But if I can sort of sell you on some like, dog, like these are, I just remember in high school, and I'm thinking back to it now, like when those sweatpants, like with the open shits were like it'd be like snowing and raining out, and those shits would get like caught under your shoe.
The worst.
And like when it was icy and super cold out, it would get like frozen. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like,
I do. Of course I do. I wore those for years.
Yeah, like the bottom layer would be like stuck under your shoe, and it would get like this like muddy, like just nasty, frothy, like frozen type shit that just doesn't happen with sweatpants that like chop off right before your sneakers.
That's right. But they're not just functional, they're also better looking, and they were like the thing that was in. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, baggy was in. But
No. I'm saying the tighter ones are now in. They've been in for a hot minute, but they're also convenient and like they make more sense on top of being in. But I was literally the last person in the country to come around to them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how the other ones like were a thing because I just remember having so many sweatpants that like would even actually rip at the bottom too.
Yep.
And I would get mad, like I would just be so frustrated
I
because
see.
that was the worst feeling, man. I would hate like walking because it's like you would trip over yourself because it would get caught underneath.
See, I was such an idiot too because I didn't even understand. Like for the longest time, you know how everybody made fun of mom jeans? They make
Yeah.
fun of the mom jeans, and there
Yep.
there was like I think there was like one picture of Obama wearing mom jeans, and everybody was like ripping on him. And I'm such an idiot that I didn't like when people were ripping on him. I was like, I don't get it. Why? Like, what's the problem? And it was because the jeans were like mom jeans, and they were just like too baggy. And I was like,
Were they baggy or like did it?
I'm
I
gonna
know
type in
there's.
Obama mom jeans.
I
Let's see.
think yeah. I don't know what. I don't think it was because they were baggy. I think they were just like a straight fit. It was like a weird straight fit look that like they rose up a little too high on the bottom. And they
They look
also,
kind of. They do look a little like on the baggy side.
oh really?
Yeah, they're like it is like a straight fit on the front, but they're a little like loose all the way through. But I didn't even get it because for the longest time, like remember back, there was a time when the OD baggy jeans were what everybody was wearing.
Janko joints. Yep.
I remember that.
Those were a little excessive. And
That was the whole thing at the time is to just basically swim in whatever you're wearing.
yeah, I couldn't. I mean, I remember that phase, and I'm sure if you go to like Hot Topics, those shits probably still exist.
Is that shit still in business, you think? That shit is definitely out of business now.
Hot Topics got to be still around. If not, it'll definitely come back eventually. I mean, like, all it takes, and I just saw this recently, all it takes is like the right person to get behind your product or like your brand that's like failed. Like
Hmm.
the XFL, that shit was mad, dead in the water, bankrupt as a motherfucker, broke, all this shit. And The Rock just bought it. And it's gonna be a success now because it's just like the media and everybody fucks with The Rock and everything he touches is good as shit. So there's no way it's gonna fail. Like it's almost like if Marilyn Manson were to buy Hot Topics, if that shit is done right now, it'll be a banger because everybody fucks with Marilyn Manson and that's like his brand is like that gothic crazy shit. So it's like it's just bound for success. There's no way it could fail
Well,
because like there's people that are just too golden to let that shit fail.
well, that's why, like the Kardashians get paid a gazillion dollars to promote anything
Yeah, it's
because
almost
they
not
promote
fair.
anything and you have every single like 18-year-old girl in the country just runs and buys it. And then I was actually watching an interesting video about this. Business Insider tweeted it. It was about the history of remember the Juicy brand where it would say like Juicy on
Yeah.
girls'
Oh.
asses? Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
So they explained exactly how they rose to prominence and exactly why people started wearing them and then exactly what led to the downfall and whatnot.
They
But
just found every
basically,
girl with a juicy ass and said, "Hey, can you wear these?"
it basically started with like Paris Hilton wearing it. That's what it started. And then it just blew up. And then the reason why it kind of went under after a while is because when the 2008 recession hit,
Mm-hmm.
we went from having like style and fashion that was like kind of really, like gregarious and outgoing
Yeah,
and
like the Von
bold
Dutch
colors.
and all that stuff.
It became more conservative when the recession hit because people didn't want to like flaunt wealth anymore.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it was interesting to see the whole thing, but you're right. Like you make a good point that with the way that a consumerist society works, you just need one person who's viewed at like the top of the societal hierarchy chain to do something or buy something or push something, and then all of a sudden, like now that's the thing.
That's what I'm
But you're
saying,
right.
and like it goes to like what we say about comedians and all this stuff. It's like it's not even if they're funny or not. It's just a matter of like if they've got a big enough audience to think that they're funny. You know, like
Yes, remember Dane Cook?
yeah, I do. And I remember one movie he made where he like worked at Costco. Was it like
With
Employee of
like
the Month?
Jessica Simpson or something.
Yep. And he was like hiding in like like the upper shelves thing in some little bungalow thing he built.
I
It was
don't
like
remember this part, but that's
yeah,
okay.
no, he had like in one of the aisles, he like went up his shit and like in Costco, he had like some little like house like thing built in there.
Yeah, I
That
don't
was one of
remember
the
that, but
scenes.
that's okay.
No, it was pretty cool. I always think every time I go to Costco that there's some
But
employees like up 4 levels, like in some little Cheetos boxes.
he's the perfect example of like a dude who was popular for a little bit, and then just at a certain point, everybody was just like, "We hate this guy." Actually, like that's what happened with him.
That's who the guy who he did that show, The Talk or something like that, or The Soup, and he's the same type of guy as Dane Cook. He's
Let
got
me
like
see.
blonde hair,
I know exactly in my head. I see him now. But
tall guy. He's really tall. I saw him do comedy, and he just did a thing. He did the last episode of Tiger King. He was like the one interviewing everybody. Oh, what the hell's his name? He's like the same type of guy as Dane Cook. But yeah, you're right. They just
Talk Soup.
yeah.
Let me see the guy's name.
You're gonna say it, and I'm gonna say, yep, that's him. Or type in Tiger King after show, and you'll get it right away.
Tiger King after show.
Did it come up?
Yeah, but it doesn't say his name. So.
Oh,
Joel something?
Joel McHale.
Joel
He's the
McHale.
same as Dane Cook. Joel McHale. He's not funny, and he's just a good face for TV. Like he's just a good host. But then it got to a point where people were like, "This dude, he's not funny. He's not anything. So stop like putting him on this pedestal shit." And that's the same. Dane Cook fell off for probably a different reason though, because he was like the shit. So I don't know what happened with him.
Yeah, but like if you go back and listen to it, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's like weirdly aggressive.
It connected with mad people though is the thing.
But
like,
but it was it like only connected at the time. You go back and listen to it and you're like, I don't get it, dog. I'm telling you, go back and listen. I remember one day in class, it was in a class with you, it was psychology class.
Mhm.
There's this girl, I totally forget her name. She was kind of a quiet girl or whatever. But she was like, "Oh my God, have you guys heard Dane Cook?" And we were like, "No." And then she was like, I have to play this for you. And she like sat there and played like 12 minutes of his comedy for us.
Don't ever do that to someone. Don't ever put them on the spot and make them watch your video, because it's just like the most awkward thing. You gotta react, you gotta laugh, and like I don't know if we like this girl or not. Did we laugh? Do you remember her?
I think maybe we did some sympathy laughs.
Yeah, or we might have kept it real.
Nah,
No?
I think I was too nice to keep it real. I think I was just like,
yeah, nah, fuck her for making us watch a 12-minute video of Dane Cook, because that's.
But you're right. You're right about that dynamic. Like you can't, if you're letting somebody watch something, you cannot lord over their shoulder, because if you do that, then they're gonna feel that extra pressure, and even if it's the funniest thing in the world, they might not think it's funny because of the pressure of the moment.
Send them a link. Tell them to watch it later. If you want to follow up and be like, "Would you think that's even pushing that shit a little bit too much too?" Because you got to let them be like, "Yo, that shit was mad funny."
And low key, you just, if anything, the best way to do it is to just, if you start talking about something, and don't even send it, just talk about a thing that you watched that was funny, and zero pressure to make the person watch it. Because if it's actually interesting enough, there will be a point a little bit into the conversation where they might even hit you with like a, "Where'd you see that?"
Yes. That's what you want. You want the, where'd you see that shit at? Like, that's the reaction you want, rather than starting with the, "Yo, did you see?" Or like, "Let me show you." Wrong way to go about trying to get someone to fuck with one of your viral videos.
Or even worse is sending it out of the blue. If you just send it out of the blue and there's no warm up, no nothing, no talking at all, and it's just like, boom, here's a thing.
Your shit has to be next level to send that shit out of the blue and like Warner a reaction or some shit. If it's subpar or like even very good and you just send it out of the blue, Nah, that's the wrong route to take.
Fucked up if you did that. Like there's even like even a tweet that goes like a couple layers deep. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to click it and then read the thing underneath it, and that, you know what I'm saying? Like even that you have to be careful about when you send it. What I will allow the sending of though is just a tweet where you don't even have to click anything and it's just the shit right in front of you.
Yes, it shows
you could send because it's not going to be too long because it's only how many 100 and some odd characters or whatever. That's going to be good, and I don't even need to click through it to get into Twitter to see it. So I'll bless you if you just hit me with a tweet to look at. But anything deeper, like you got to hit me with layers. That's when I got to pull. Even if it's just a 10% reaction, I'm like, you don't want that reaction.
Nope.
Because that sullies the whole conversation.
That's why SparkNotes should have been the #1 website forever, because it's just like there's no need to read the whole book if this website can just put that shit in one paragraph.
Remember what teachers used to say when you asked, can we read the Cliff Notes or the Spark Notes? Remember what they used to say? Tight. Yeah, they'd be like, you can read them with the book.
Oh.
And then it's like, well, if I read the book, I wouldn't want to read some extra shit about the book. I already read the book. Like, what a stupid thing to say. The question is, can we read just the Spark Notes?
I feel like the punishment should be a lot worse for plagiarism in high school. Like, teachers used to, like, just get mad at you. But that shit is mad fucked up to just straight copy someone's whole thing and put it in your essay.
Yeah.
And then you try to pawn that shit. Like, you're dead ass handing that shit into the teacher like, I wrote that shit. Meanwhile, it was some dude who went to school for mad long and, like, did mad research, and you just straight jacked this whole thing.
Yeah.
And all you get is, like, you shouldn't have done that.
What's the worst you've ever done in terms of, like, cheating in school? You know, I had somebody, and so did you, do that project for the economics class.
Yeah. It
was like a stupid investment portfolio. You had to do your own investment portfolio. And you had to start it early on. And we just didn't do it. We didn't start it, and then somebody did it for us.
Yeah. Yeah, it just like that was like I just didn't want to do work. So I was just like, you can. Yeah,
because that's the point, is that it was like it was an assignment and it was given mad early, and it was like you have to do something now, and then we revisit it at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And then obviously we just didn't do the thing early on, and then it was getting close to the end of the year, and somebody was like, I don't know how much it was, like $20 or some shit, or like $40 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they were like, I'll do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, all right.
No, I think it was more. I think she charged like 200 or something, or like
no,
like,
it wasn't 200
for some people. But I think we knew her, so she was like, you could just give me 75.
Damn, even 75 is a little steep though.
75 at the time, I feel like for a high school kid wasn't that bad though, because we were working and money wasn't like a thing to us.
That's actually a really good point, because you're working and all that money is going right into your pocket.
You got no bills, not like low key. The money I made in high school, I felt like I was like a millionaire. Like I think.
And you did work a decent amount, man. You worked a decent amount.
We all worked a lot, but you know, like, and we were playing cards on top of that. So like we were making money. And to your point, we didn't have bills. Like our parents were paying our cell phone, you know, our car and all that shit. So like all that money that we made would just go into our bank account, or like we would just straight cash the check and have all that cash. And we would just like, we were acting like we were Cash Money millionaires. Like we would just show up with shit. You'd be like, hey, where the fuck did you get where'd you get that shit from? You'd be like, dog, it was $200. I saw it at the mall and I just bought it. You know, like it was like, there was no regard for like, oh, that's $200. Yeah, I'll buy that. You know, like I don't worry about saving. What's the rest of my life?
You had the one job your whole, like from when you were able to work until like your mid-20s, you had that same job, right? At the ice cream store.
Yeah, I worked at the ice cream store. And I was like, you're right, I worked a lot of hours, but
and you made good money for us for back then. Like you were making like way above minimum wage.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's almost some like privilege shit, because it's like you hear stories about people like 14, 15 who work and like have to support their family and do all this shit. Like I was working and just getting like, I don't know, maybe like $800 to $1,200 every 2 weeks, or maybe a little bit more. And I was like, I was playing Xbox at the time, so I would just buy a new game that came out. I was still into sneakers, and I would just buy sneakers or clothes or just blow money at the card club. And damn, man, I wish like there was someone like just who appeared that was just like, save your money. And I was like, fuck you.
Yeah, if somebody said that back then, you would have been like, no.
Yeah. Or like if I could like there was like a Matthew McConaughey movie I was just watching where he like, oh, girls, Ghost of Girlfriends of the Past or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
First off, fuck that movie. I watched like 6 minutes of it and I was like, because it was like sort of old enough where like it wasn't like a clear ass picture.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So like the dark scenes, like when he would go back into a living room and it was sort of like not well lit, it would just look too dark. And I sort of was like, fuck this movie because I don't really know what's going on. And then, so if I had that opportunity to like go back into high school and just compile a list of all the shit I bought, dog, it would probably be just some weird shit on there. I'll be like, I don't even know where all that stuff is.
Yeah, all the stuff that you bought that was totally unnecessary.
Like stuff I look at now on like fanatics.com or NBA.com, like a Knicks shirt that's like $35. I would buy that. And it like right now I look at that, I'm like, I could either get that for $5 at like Goodwill or just not buy that because I don't need it. like you don't need shit. Like I've got so much shit and like
I will say
Amazon package at my crib every day and it's just
I was never a big like person to just buy shit. Like I really never did that
I
much.
give you mad props for that, man. Even now with Amazon and all this shit, like into golf, you don't see something you're like, that could.
Well, no, I do. I feel like now I do get more stuff, but it's not like it's all stuff that I feel like I need and I can use. But especially when I was younger, I didn't really buy a lot of random shit.
Mhm.
And even when I was a kid, I never asked my parents for anything. Like you know how some kids will like ask like, "Mommy, Daddy, can I have
Yeah.
that toy or whatever?" I never asked for anything from them.
Do you think that's something that a kid just like where does that come from? Because I don't think I was that kid, but I feel like if some shit came out, like when the Mac computer came out, the Apple computer, I would always say like, oh, like can I get that shit? Or like a Nextel came out, can I get that shit? I would never get it, but I would always keep asking for it. Like I don't know what that is, what that trait is.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why I didn't ask for stuff. I don't know why other people do ask for stuff. I feel like maybe it just links back to what they did when you were younger. Like, I don't think my parents ever, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to act like, I didn't have stuff. I had plenty of stuff.
Mhm.
But, like, they got me stuff for, like, Christmas and my birthday.
Occasions. Yeah.
It was outside of that. I didn't expect anything. I didn't ask for anything. You know what I mean? And unlike you, I had a zillion different jobs when I was younger. You had that one that you were with the whole time. Me, it was like every summer was a new job. I worked at like this place called Harmon's, which is kind of like a CVS or Walgreens type store. I worked as a caddy at a bunch of different golf clubs, which actually that was one of the better jobs too, because you made decent money back then for caddying. Like you'd make $100 just for carrying a bag for 4 or 5 hours. Like that's
money.
Really
Still
not
to the day, caddying's like a low key, like a really good, like if you're in at a golf club and they like,
yes.
What is it, a caddy master?
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds like some OD racist ass shit at a
OD racist.
like, and the caddy master, I was never in the clubhouse to get chosen by the caddy master, but like I would always just picture the dude just sitting behind a desk and just be like, "Gimme Chris," and like Chris would go in there and be like, "Carry his bags." Like it's just like picking people who legit would sit out in the golf carts outside of the range and then would just get chosen to go on the golf course.
You would get lucky sometimes when you were caddying as a kid, because every now and then all you'd have to do is carry one of their putters.
Yep.
And like the whole bag would be on a cart. And so you just got to carry the putter, which is the easiest thing in the world. Or even in some rare circumstances, you'll be caddying and there will be a cart and you get to drive the cart. And you're like, I'm not even doing anything and I'm getting paid. This is amazing. Yeah, but then there were other times, like there were a couple times I carried, I double looped, they call it, where I had 2 bags.
That seems OD though, no?
It is OD. You got to go that way. You got to go that way. You got to like keep up with both of them. You got to make sure you know where their golf balls are going. You got to read the putts for them. And it's like so much going on. But when you double loop, dog, at the end of the day, you're getting hit off with like 220.
Yeah. No, I remember like my stepbrother did it and he used to get blessed. Like
Yeah, you could make a lot. Like you said, if you have an in at a nice golf course, because the nice golf courses are like the private golf courses where
Yep,
it's a lot
yep,
of people with a lot of money.
yep.
If you have an in at one of those golf courses,
Do you have to? Do you have to? Like, is it awkward with the person? It's almost like, do you have to talk with them? Do you have to like actually
nah,
tell them which club to use and all that shit, or they
no,
just want somebody there?
most people know their own stuff, know how far they hit each club, and they'll take it out without, every now and then they might ask you if you've been following how they hit it, they might ask you, what do you think that's 8-iron or 7-iron, and then you give them your advice. But most of the time that wasn't the case. Every now and then they'd ask you to help them read putts. But
Uh-huh.
that's, but I feel like most caddies, if they've done it long enough, they know how to read putts. Like it's really not that difficult. You just see which way the green is sloping, and then you figure out
I
where
feel
you
like the
think.
guys would be ass cheeks anywhere where you can even just be like, it's breaking pretty hard, and then like they're just gonna completely miss the shit anyway. So it's like at the end of
Yeah.
the day, it doesn't even really matter
Yeah,
what
most
you tell
golfers
them.
suck, and so they'll think it's them. They don't think it's you,
So if you just hit them with some
and it probably
confident,
is them.
that's what I'm saying. If you hit them with some confident, like steep uphill, you got to go an extra two, past the
Yeah,
hole, and he'll be like, damn, he knows his shit, and then he'll just completely fuck up. You're like, I
yeah,
told you what to do.
that is a thing most of the time. But that's why most of the time they don't ask you anything. Like they just want you to give them their clubs, fix the divots, you know,
Yeah,
make
yeah, the
make
sand.
sure you know where the ball's going, all that stuff. So I worked as a caddy. The other thing I did is I worked at the driving range. That was
Mhm.
probably my lowest paid job ever. Working at the driving range.
Was that? Did they even do minimum wage at that shit, or was it like they just
So
went to
yes,
be a
they
girl?
did. Yes, they did do minimum wage, but it was minimum wage, and this was back. This was back when the minimum wage was $5, and it was either like $5.15 or $5.25.
That's
And so
OD.
I'm old enough to have made $5 an hour at that was actually my first job, was working at the golf range.
And it's only $7. It's like 7.25 now or some shit.
7.25 now. But my first ever, I was like 5 that I made per hour.
What
But
did you
not
do
gonna
with
lie,
your
I
money
sort of
when?
liked that job. What'd you say?
What did you do with your money when you got paychecks? Because like I said, for me,
Nothing. I did nothing with it. I just like put it in the bank.
damn man, I give you so much props.
No, no, no.
Because
But
like,
then later on, I would use it when we got older. It was all for poker. It was like this is what it went to. It
yeah,
went
but it was
to
something you were like passionate about. Like the shit I bought, I was almost just like, man, I don't like, like it was
yeah.
shit I like.
I feel you. But I spent the money on gas all the time, nonstop. But getting gas for the car.
Yeah,
Food,
gas was a big expense.
gas, food, and poker were the main ones that I used it for. Oh, and actually, when I was younger, I smoked for a little bit, so money
Oh
would go
yeah,
towards cigarettes too. That is a waste of fucking money. That is
dude, I
as
see
bad
that.
of a waste of money as it
Oh,
gets. Like if
when,
I had all the money in front of me that I had wasted on cigarettes, because I smoked for like 5 years. If
yeah.
I had all that money on the table in front of me, I'd be like, ah.
When I go past the gas station and I see like carton, whatever a carton costs, I don't know, is it like $25 or more than that,
Oh, I
right?
don't even know how much it costs now because I don't smoke anymore. Haven't for
No,
a
I
long time.
think it's like more than that because I think a pack itself is like 10 or $11 or some shit like that. I just think to myself like there is nothing I would want to waste my money on more than that shit.
And it's killing you. It's also
it's
killing you.
It's killing you.
Hey, you want to spend way too much money on this product that's going to kill you? Sure, why not?
That shit makes no sense to me. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just spend my money on stupid shit that like now. I remember I think I was in high school and like I don't know if I found it behind one of my cabinets or my mom gave it to me, but I had from when I was born, like my grandparents or some shit gave me like old school savings bonds. Like the shit like that, like it had the president printed on it. It was like some old ass shit. Had like it was so old. And I just like was like, Mom, can I just cash all these? And then I just went and bought like a pair of Jordans or some shit. She was like, just know, like this like will increase in value. I bet you if I saved it till today, it'd probably be worth nothing now.
I don't.
Like
I have no
there
idea
would have
what
been
it
some.
was.
But like remember those shit like
Yeah, no,
do
I
they
know
even
what
do
you're
those
saying.
anymore? Savings bonds?
I don't know how much they'd be worth now, but yeah, you want to save it just
Probably
for the
cash them
simple
at the right
reason
time.
that like it was something given by your grandma.
Yeah. Or I don't even know who it could have been. Like it could have been like from my great. It could have been some old ass shit, And I was just like, yeah, fuck it. I just want to spend it. And it was like mad money at the time because it had built up a lot of interest.
Do you remember how much it was or no?
I feel like whatever they bought it for, if it was like $75, it was like triple in value. It was like something crazy that I don't know how that shit works now, or even like I said, if that's a thing. Like when someone's born, if you could buy something for $100, and then in 30 years it'd be worth like $300. I don't even know how they keep record of all that shit. Like I'm so amazed that like people actually like keep records of things like that. I mean, I know there's computer databases and all this shit, but like how I saw someone say like if you're a hacker, just hack like the student debt, whoever has that shit.
I know,
like,
wipe out the student debt so that they don't
yeah,
know
like,
who owes it and whatnot.
Why isn't there a hacker with a crazy student debt from school that just wants to go do that shit? Like all you have to do is clear some computer system somewhere.
Get rid of all the data and who owes it and all that.
Right?
Yeah, that would be amazing. That'd be amazing.
Like, and it's probably not controlled. I mean, is it controlled by the government or is it just controlled by like Sally Mae or Fannie Mac or whoever the fuck?
They're public. They're like publicly owned banks, or at least they were taken over by the government in the Great Recession. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and Sally Mae and all that stuff.
It's bound to happen. Like it's bound, like with the way technology is moving between young kids, like, and, you know, Trump talking about banning TikTok and all this shit. Like the next wave of generation has some smart motherfuckers in it. Like they might be lazy with like playing sports and getting out, but those motherfuckers know how to do like some shit that's next level with gaming and
you
coding.
Heard about the hacker who was caught? Did you hear about this? So this happened like a couple weeks ago. There was a giant hack on Twitter of like all these big name people, like Barack Obama's Twitter got hacked. Elon Musk's Twitter got hacked. Like Bill Gates. It was like top high level people had their Twitter got hacked, and they posted tweets that said like, you know, I'm going to double back the amount of money you give me in Bitcoin for the next 30 minutes. So whatever you send me in Bitcoin, I will double that amount and send it back to you. And so
it's kind of genius because
super genius because some people were dumb enough to be like, okay, I'll send Elon Musk like $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. And then one of them replied like, I got to pay my rent this month, man. Like, you didn't send it back.
Oh no.
I know.
Kind of fucked that.
It's super fucked up. But anyway, so this guy did it and he got caught. They caught him, right?
Oh, for real?
He's 17 years old, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's
17 years old and he hacked the former president's Twitter, dog.
That's what I'm saying is like,
that's insane.
The next wave is on some next level shit. That's why it's like, I'm amazed every time that I log into my computer because like I can barely remember all the passwords that I create for all my shits. That I need someone like that in my corner that I can just be like, yo, I can't get into my Facebook. Can you please just hack my shit real quick and get me in and get me to rechange my It's amazing the shit that they can do. That's why it's like it's a matter of time before like because all the people that are in charge of like the shit that we're stuck with now are all old fucks that don't know anything that like it was set up some prehistoric shit. And
like imagine the Supreme Court trying to figure out some internet shit.
That's what I'm saying. So like some shit like that is probably lucky because they don't even have records. Like they probably still have mad handwritten shit in cabinets and files and drawers and shit.
Yeah, but if they get
that's why they can't get hacked.
If they get a case that involves the internet, they just don't understand it. Like they had hearings in Congress the other day about big tech, and you had one of the people ask like the head of Twitter something about Facebook, or asked the head of Facebook something about Twitter, and they were like, "That's not my that's a different company." They don't even understand that. Like if you don't even get that, like, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous.
That's why. I mean, I asked you, I was like, is Trump really banning TikTok type shit? And you're like, yeah, but like until I see it actually happen. And even if he does ban that, there'll be some next shit because it's like it's just like new shit will keep popping up. Because
let me give you the breakdown of what that's about, like what they're gonna do. What they're trying to do is force whoever the Chinese investors are to sell their stock and give it to Microsoft. So basically, the first step is they're basically trying to get new ownership, the ownership being Microsoft, and that would be the move. If that doesn't work for whatever reason, apparently then he will like try to ban it. But yeah, I don't like it. That almost seems ridiculous, right? Like, what do you mean? You're just gonna? I'm like, imagine the government back in the day banned MySpace.
That's why I said, I was like, is he really banning that shit? And like, and you were like, yeah, he's gonna do it. But then I asked Molly, and she was like, until it actually happens, I'll believe it. And I sort of fucked with that. I was like, he's not doing that shit. Like, well, again, it's just too big.
Trying to force the sale first to Microsoft, but if they can't force the sale to Microsoft, then maybe he'll try to do it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he has the legal authority to do it, or if he would have to send it through Congress or whatever. I don't know. I don't know the granular details of the legal situation. But just the fact that, like, even the fact that they think they could just willy-nilly do that is sort of like, fuck them.
But I mean, we've spoken about this before, and this was back when we were playing poker, but George Bush just one day straight up stopped, what was it, Poker Stars or something?
All of online poker.
And that was a big fucking conglomerate too, that he just, like, he legit put a stop to.
It wasn't just George Bush. It went through Congress. They passed it. Insane. They literally decided one day. We had friends with hundreds of thousands of dollars in these poker sites that they had made legit straight up by playing poker 24/7 and like winning tournaments or winning, cash games or whatever. And then one day they called it like Black Friday or something like that. We woke up one day and all the accounts on all the poker sites were frozen.
Yeah.
They just one day they were just like, meh, we disagree, banned. And you know why that happened too, right?
He probably was friends with all casino owners and shit.
The casino owners lobbied
is that what it was?
Congress. Yes, and they were like, this is cutting into our profits. People are sitting at home in their underwear, eating waffles and playing poker. We need them to come to the casino. And so then they banned it. It's crazy, dog. I'll never forget that day because I was like, look at how arrogant this shit is. Like, there are people who do this for a living. Like, literally, they do it for a living, and they just decided, wrong, we're just going to get rid of it.
Yeah,
like, that's why you are.
That's why I was so amazed by the TikTok thing, because it was just like, yes, he's the president, but what authority does he have to just block millions of people from making some fucking videos, like stupid videos? Like,
and you know what they say too? They're like, oh, because this is giving the Chinese government all of your metadata. And it's like, you guys passed the Patriot Act. You're spying on us with the NSA and the CIA and the FBI and all of our intelligence agencies. Don't act like you're so concerned about spying on people. You're in favor of doing it yourself. They're just mad because, maybe China's doing it too. Well, now you have no leg to stand on because you've been spying on us since, 2001.
And there's probably something else out there that's China owned that, like, they're not blocking down. Like, it's just because it's... Our shit is out there anyway, and I don't know where I lie on the fence of like the spying and all this shit, but it's just like, you have something on your phone that is able to track you. Your phone itself is able to track you.
Yeah, it's literally a smartphone.
That's what I'm saying.
When you go from one place to another place, look at your weather app, and it'll tell you where you are right now, what the temperature is.
And so, all the iPhones are made in China anyway too, so it's like,
and made by like slaves in factories where they commit suicide on a mass level, and they needed to put up nets to stop them.
That's OD.
OD. It was a huge scandal. I forget the name of the factory. But they literally had to put up nets outside of the building because people were committing suicide in high numbers because they were just being worked to death inside this factory.
That's wild.
And this is just casual. Like, this is still allowed. Like, this is our system. This is what they do. Instead of, like, we could create jobs here and just make stuff here and pay people good money. But no, they outsource it and have, like, Chinese kids work as slaves to make it.
Yeah, that's OD.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It shouldn't be allowed. It should have never been allowed. This is one of the reasons why I'm so, people come after me sometimes because I'm what's called a protectionist on trade, which just means, like, I think there should be rules about what the companies can and can't do, what they can and can't get away with. And, like, there's a lot of people who are pro-free trade, which just means, like, let the corporations, do whatever they want effectively. So if they want to outsource jobs and they want to, to strike some sort of business deal overseas and to keep their costs low, like, just let them do it, because they argue like, oh, we'll have lower consumer prices. But it's like, okay, at what cost? So your iPhone costs what? let's say $500 less than what it would cost otherwise if a person that has like healthcare and a pension made it here in the U.S. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's like, so what you're saying is to get a slightly cheaper phone, I'm cool with slavery. That's your argument?
Yeah, I know. I have this like debate with Molly sometimes too, because there's my brain's not working tonight. There's like one of these little craft stores that like the owners are mad, like I think they're like anti-Semitic and like, really Christian fundamentals against abortion and all this shit, but their prices are OD cheap for mad shit. So like I'm always like, should we just buy that? I don't know. Hobby Lobby.
Hobby
Fuck Hobby
Lobby, that's right. Yes, they got the uber Christian owners.
Ooh, yeah, and like,
so who's on what side of the debate? What side do you take? You're like, fuck it, let's just buy the shit?
I think my brain tells me that because I'm like, yo, that shit is mad cheap. But then I'm like, nah, don't buy from that.
But see, this is a good debate, though.
Buy that shit.
No, but this is a good debate, though, because I feel like they're two separate things. One of them is how bad their labor practices are, how bad the company practices are. The other one is, like, what's the beliefs of the owner? You know what I mean? So for me, I'm actually way more lenient when it's just what are the beliefs of the owner. I'm more strict when it's like their labor practices are really fucked up. You know what I mean? But the problem is, and this is something else I've expressed, it's every company, Corin. There's not like a single ethical company in the whole country because the whole system is messed up. So if you really wanted to like stay true to your principles and your values, it's like you wouldn't buy anything, but you can't live in society without buying stuff. So it's almost like at some point, even I throw my hands up in the air and I'm like, I guess I'm just going to participate in this like horrendous system because what other option do I have? What am I going to do? Go around wearing a burlap sack? Like I'm sure this freaking thing I'm wearing here is made in like Cambodia. Like I'm sure this is made in Cambodia or some shit, you know? But like what am I supposed to do? So for me,
that's such a good point.
And a lot of our stuff though that we like, you and me, like apparently the owner of Domino's is like uber Catholic too.
No.
And he's got some questionable beliefs. He may have like funded some anti-abortion stuff, but it's like banging ass pizza sometimes, dog.
And it's like you see the memes of like Home Depot's owner gave this much money to Trump and all this shit, but then you see Lowe's is like they donated this amount to Black Lives Matter and all this stuff. So you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to Lowe's. But at the end of the day, the fucking CEO and president of Lowe's, that motherfucker's definitely doing some fucked up shit at some point and benefiting from
something down the line is messed up. Very rarely do you only hear good stories about a company. Like the one of the ones I've only heard good stories about, and now I'm going to say it and somebody's going to give me the bad stories on it, but like Costco, I've only heard good things.
Oh, really?
They pay all their workers really well. They always have like, the best stuff and it's pretty cheap. Like it's just nonstop positive stuff about Costco. But like, how rare is that, Corin? It's so rare that you only hear good stuff about a company. Most of the time it's like, they got child slaves making their stuff or, the owner.
Even like Starbucks, Starbucks
1987.
Prior to like stuff coming out about them, you'd be like, oh, Starbucks is the best place to work. They're for every LGBTQ and all this shit. But then it's just like there's stories that come out that they've got slave coffee camps in like Colombia and all this shit. It's just like somewhere, some way, as good as Lowe's is, they've got a forest preserve in Brazil. And someone's getting fucked over for some wood that they're selling on the shit. Like, you're so right that, like, it's a corporation. It's a multi-billion-dollar run shit. Something's going to be fucked up somewhere. So you as a consumer just benefit from the best price possible.
Yeah, like,
kind of live, building your own shit.
I respect people who are trying their best to be as ethical as possible with their, like, choices.
Yeah.
But I will say that since the entire system is so messed up, it's just hard to judge anybody who doesn't kind of they call it voting with your wallet, basically. Like you're voting with your wallet because you're only supporting companies that kind of like represent your values. But since so few companies represent my values, it's like, well, what am I going to do, bro? There's the only thing you can do is try to fix the whole system. And then you run into, problems when you go that route because it's like
try to fix the whole system and then there's problems you run into trying to fix the whole system.
Because like because you got Republicans who are never going to fix it, and then you got the Democrats who are still never going to fix it. Like every now and then a Democrat will come along that says the right things and is for the right things, but it's like then the media ignores them or shits on them and smears them, and they get 23% in the election, and you're like, well, what the fuck? So it's just one of those things, man. It's tough. It's like we're trying to change the system, and the crazy thing is everybody that we're talking to right now is listening to this, and they all agree with us. They all get it. They all get the system's messed up, but like still there's so much momentum built into this system that like for us to try to change it is just such a massive undertaking. It's just so hard.
And it's easy. It's an easy target if I'm eating a Chick-fil-A sandwich to be like, oh, fuck you, man. Fuck you. You're eating a Chick-fil-A sandwich. And it's just like
slacktivism. It's slacktivism. That's what it's called. This is a big problem with, I think, left-wing movements in general, is that it's so easy to sidetrack us with culture war shit. It's just so easy to pick out some stupid culture war nonsense that really means nothing at the end of the day and focus on that. It's like when I see all these earlier today, The Hill posted a video. It was like viral moment. Trump can't say Yosemite, and he said like Yosemites or something like that, and everybody's making fun of him. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm with you. That's cool and stuff. But like, you get the sense that even when 40% of the country is about to be evicted, instead of talking about that and how we should stop that, the media is going to be like making fun of Trump for tweeting something stupid. Mm-hmm. And it's like, if you're not focused on the shit that actually matters, then you end up looking ridiculous. Yeah. So, and this is the stuff you see, especially in the era of Trump. Everybody gets sidetracked on some stupid bullshit that means nothing, and we all lose track of the bigger picture. We lose track of the fact that the entire country is imploding right now. 150,000 deaths and rising steadily. And you got the economy, 20% real unemployment. You got
the shit that happened in fucking Lebanon. Was it Lebanon?
Yeah, the explosion in Lebanon was insane.
Just the way that, this is my fault too, but I mean, this is how I saw it. But the way how I just scroll past it on Twitter, it's like, oh, wow. And then it's just like the NBA tweeting something about the bubble. And it's just like, no. Scroll back to that shit. Like, look at that shit is just insane, and it's just like that's how we consume shit, is just like scroll past it, it's not here, like
we're so desensitized.
The fact that there was a building that could do that much damage around all that other shit is scary to think about. It makes you think, is there a building here that could do some shit like that? Because I hope I'm not living near that motherfucking place.
Yeah, so, we talked about this a little bit earlier, that Lebanon is claiming that it was a fireworks factory, and there is reason to believe that might be true. If you see the video from some angles, you could almost see the pre-explosions before the big explosion, which could be fireworks.
Ammunition shit, too, potentially.
Okay, so that's another possibility. It could be an ammunition thing, it could be a fireworks thing, and then obviously the other speculation is that, Lebanon, they have ISIS is an enemy of Lebanon. That's one group that's an enemy of Lebanon, but also Israel. And Israel has a history of doing messed up stuff to Lebanon. In 2006, there was a big bombing thing. So who knows what it was, but that's terrifying, man. And how many people they're saying now? It's hundreds. It's probably thousands of people that were killed in that.
That shit looked like some atomic bomb footage.
I know. And we got to see it up close. The videos are so close, some of them. And you see just the sheer devastation and the power of it. The power is overwhelming.
Beyond even fucking comprehension. When I saw that, it was crazy. But that's there. I mean, I guess you can't know what is going to happen if a building blows up, but you sort of got to know, all right, if some shit were to go down in here, would it cause some atomic bomb type movement to all the buildings around us, put this shit on its own island or something like that? That shit can't be in the middle of fucking residential houses and stuff. It's just insane. I don't care where the fuck in the world it is.
See, this is Corin now learning the importance of regulations. You're thinking they should have regulated something around that.
Some shit. I don't care where the fuck in the world that is. Whoever built that building and started bringing shit inside of it had to have been all right, don't even put a max capacity of people in here because there's fucking 9 billion bombs in here and shit like that could blow up this whole city.
See, I feel a similar way about nuclear energy. You're talking about this thing. I feel the same way about nuclear energy. because nuclear power plants, we've had the issues where they've melted down, like Chernobyl is one.
There's the shit in New York that they always talk about, like that could potentially, but like Indian Point or something
Indian
like that.
Point, I think they're shutting that down now.
Yeah, that's, I mean, like,
there's 3 Mile Island too.
Yeah,
that was a big one. That was a big one. That's in Pennsylvania. So like, it's kind of crazy that we set up this massively powerful thing, and then it's like, and by the way, we're not exactly sure how to shut them off. And if something goes wrong with it, we're going to destroy the entire, however many square miles around it.
Dude, the footage of, you remember when
Japan,
the oil,
Fukushima?
yes, like, do you remember when the oil was like straight coming out of the ocean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was just, the footage of it was just like spewing like crazy.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck? And that was underwater. So it was like,
and apparently that was a situation where the basic safety regulations were not followed by the company, and that led to the problem.
I'm sure. Like, at the end of the day, who's regulating that shit? The dude who's regulating that shit is gonna scuba down to the bottom of that and be like, all right, this whole pipeline's up to par.
This is why I hate elevators, because you know that they're not looking at that in any serious way. You know you're getting in and still rolling the dice to some extent.
Hell no. Like, so if I'm a regulator of shit, and like I gotta come look at your studio and make sure everything's up to par, I don't know what wires you're using and what shit goes into what and why that connects to this video. Like, you have to have a specialist for every certain thing. So like, is there an elevator regulator? Is there an underwater oil pipeline regulator? Like, who's this savior, this superhero that can make sure that everything's up to par, you know?
Yeah, and the other problem, which is something we've talked about quite a bit, is that even if somebody is an expert on it, that's just a regular-ass dude.
Just a regular-ass
That's just a dude who woke up this morning, took a shit, ate something. He's mad that he didn't get sucked off last night, and he's in a cranky mood, and he's going to work, and he's like, damn, I can't wait to watch the Hawks game later tonight. He's like thinking about all this other stuff, and it's like, that's the dude who you're now depending on to try to make sure that there's not a complete catastrophe, which gets to the main point, which is like, we have all like human history is just like catastrophe after catastrophe after catastrophe. I mean, look at 2020. If 2020 isn't the best example of how chaotic everything is and always has been and always will be, then I don't know what to tell you if you can't see that, because it's bad, bro. It's bad out there.
Like, get it done. Bend the rules a little bit and get it done however you got to get it done so it looks like shit's good, and then hopefully you don't have to fix it or worry. But like, I've started seeing that with houses. So like, we wanted to redo our patio in the back, and we were talking to like our neighbor who was gonna help us do it and all this shit, and they're like telling us like, you could do it officially and by the rules and like the housing requirements, you got to do it 2 feet under, and you got to make sure that shit is level, and you got to do all this and that to make sure it's up to snuff. Or you could just do this and, you could have a fresh patio, but then, if they were to really dig down and find it, like, then you can get in some trouble. And like, when I'm selling my house, and we didn't redo our patio, so no one come after me. But like, if we did it just like the illegitimate way and had our patio official and all this shit, it would work fine. And the dude checking our house isn't going to be like, all right, let me start digging to make sure that your patio is 2 inches to the bottom and you got sand and concrete. Like, nobody's checking that shit.
Well, that's actually a funny example, because they did check with my place.
They checked OD? Like,
well, yeah. So what happened was there was a dumpster in the driveway.
Uh-huh.
And when the building, like the town regulator drove by and saw the dumpster, he knew the construction was going on. And so we kind of knocked the whole thing. It was like, you gotta pay. Really what they want, Corin, is just the money for the permits. That's what they want.
Yeah.
And like, yes, they will make sure you follow the safety regulations, but are they going to be total ball busters? Like, if there's a stupid safety regulation, are they going to force you to follow it? Probably not. But if it's a big one, like, and by the way, the patio is a great example, because my patio too is messed up, and I could tell when it was originally made. I didn't redo my patio either. Mm-hmm. But when my patio was originally made, you want to talk about cutting corners, dog. Oh my God. If I had 5 people on the patio, we'd all die, because the wood is like from Genghis Khan's days. It's like already splintering and whatnot. There's a regulation where it's got to be in the ground. The beams have to be in the ground.
Yeah.
This shit is not only not in the ground and like anchored to cement or something, dog, it's just a piece of wood sitting on top of the grass. Like it's just chilling on top of the grass, bro. Totally unsafe.
There's some patios I've seen, and there's got to be someone listening that has one of these patios, but like, it's to your point. It's like the house is on some hill type shit, and then the back is the patio, but like the ground is not, it's like mad far down. So they'll just have some like a long ass wood pole just going down to the ground, and the patio is just straight chilling. I would never walk on one of those shits because it's like you try to hit one dance move if you've got like the stereo playing or something. Like if you're barbecuing and you cha-cha slide a little too hard, it's a wrap. Like that shit. I would like to see the numbers on how many deaths there are per OD patios. Like
dude, it makes me wonder, where else did they cut corners? If they're cutting corners on the patio, that means they're cutting corners elsewhere, right?
100%. Like, and that's what I'm saying. If there's some regulation from like an electrical wire in my wall that like can't be too close to a beam or like some like
or a water line or something.
Yeah, how the fuck does the guy who's walking around my house know what that shit looks like? Or like if a electrical socket is meets its regulation for whatever. They don't fucking know or care. Like he's just trying to go home and like bang his wife or some shit. Like he's got other shit he's worrying about.
That's right. So, and you never know until the hurricane comes, and then you realize how shoddily built your whole shit is.
Yeah. But, on the other side of it, the lower end motherfucker is the one probably getting fired and, getting in trouble for not, keeping up with compliance. Whereas, like, who knows who a regulator of, like, that pipeline that was ODing in the water really is? It's not just one guy. It's probably a company that they don't even give a fuck, like.
Yeah, and there is probably a lot of like, nepotism and corruption going on where if you know the right people, then they'll just let you kind of get away with it, whatever it may be. And
like,
and you run into problems. It's like, oh,
everyone
maybe we shouldn't have done that
over that shit. Like that's not something that like oh man. There's just so much
BP oil spill. I think it was in 2010, BP oil spill. It was
that
bad.
shit. There's so many people that like the one lady who recently was like, wasn't she doing some insider trading shit in Congress? And then like,
oh yes, and then she was brazen about it.
Yeah, and like she's probably just chilling now.
She totally got away with it. She was like laughing when she was asked about it.
That's why it's like
it does sort of feel like there used to be rules that somewhat mattered, and now it's like they're just like. There are no rules. Fuck off.
No rules, man.
No rules. The same. How are you gonna have a situation where everybody in Congress like knew that there was about to be a market crash, and then they all sold their stocks, and then there was no accountability?
I still get mad like when I see on like Good Morning America or all these corny daytime shits like Martha Stewart popping on and talking. I'm like, she fucking was doing mad insider trading shit and benefited from it and made mad money, and now like she's propped up as like this like good lady again. Like,
yeah, but why the fuck did she get caught? How did she get caught? That's
what
I want to know.
Insider trading shit too, I think.
But how did she get caught? Because the people in Congress are doing it and they're caught and they're getting away with it. How did she actually go to jail over it? Well, like what happened? Like, I would love to know the backstory to that, because I think it also
had, make an example out of her.
Yeah, and I think it also had something to do with she didn't snitch. And so they were like, all right, we're going to fuck you up then. Yeah, it had something to do with that. I feel like I remember that story.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she probably didn't know the right people at the end of the day. I mean, like, that's why, like, everyone could get got. And that's why, with the whole Ellen DeGeneres shit, like, I've been saying she's a bitch since '88. So it didn't surprise me at all that, like, she got caught up in this whole shit. But my brother hit me and was like,
for a hot minute that she's a bitch.
OD. I mean, like, I used to watch episodes where she would walk around the office and like make people feel uncomfortable and be like, show me your underwear. And then the person, not like shit like that. She would do some dumb shit like that like I would be watching and be like, this is like an employee just sitting at their desk and Ellen's just like walking around the office making them do dumb shit, like.
Oh my God.
You know,
That
you
sounds
get like
terrible.
what I'm saying? Like, can you picture her doing some shit like
Yes,
that? Like,
I do kind of get it, but it sounds so terrible and not funny, so I don't know
that's
how anybody
exactly
watched it
what
and
it
liked
is.
it.
Like, the person would just be in their booth, like in Warner Brothers Studios or whatever they are. Ellen would just randomly show up because she thinks she's funny for the show, and she would be like, "Can you pull a tomato out of your book bag or something?" Like, and she'd be like, "What are you doing?" So like, it didn't surprise me that like workers are like super uncomfortable there, and they just have to like laugh every time Ellen comes around because they're just probably so scared of losing their like glamorous job.
So what
Um,
exactly happened with Ellen?
I think just mad employees came out that said she would say uncomfortable things or like make them just feel.
Did some say like there was sexual harassment? I heard that. I heard that there were like 30 something cases of sexual harassment, but I don't
That
know if it was about Ellen herself or just the show. Like at the show, there were people sexually harassing.
I don't know, but what an example of what I'm talking about. I think she like walked around the office with it might have been like Tom Hanks' son or like some good looking ass dude, and she asked like the female employees there like, oh, she walked around with two guys. It was Jimmy Kimmel and someone else. And she would be like, who would you rather, Jimmy or this guy?
Oh, stop it. That's what they consider
No, I don't know if
sexual
that was what
harassment?
I don't know if that's what they, got her on. But like, it's if you're an HR person, that's not something you do to an employee. Like you don't walk around and I don't care who you are.
Yeah, I hear you, but also low key, that one kind of makes me swing in the other direction where it's
Really?
like, if somebody's fucking around, they're fucking around and stop trying to make it some bigger shit.
I
Like,
don't know.
you
Because I
could
had
be
this
uncomfortable
conversation.
with it and you could dislike it, but that's like, I hate it when people try to pretend like it's something it's not. And if people try to pretend like it's some sort of nefarious, it's like, no, she's just being stupid and like doing a would you rather type shit. Like that's
I don't
not
know.
that bad.
I had this conversation with Molly after I think it was like I don't know whenever we spoke about it, but we were talking about the CrossFit guy making like the employees feel uncomfortable or whatnot.
Well,
And I think
what were the specifics of that one? Because that's I'm sure that's worse than the Ellen thing.
well no. I think he was like traveling with like female, CrossFit people and he would like I don't know if he made them stay in his room or like he just made them felt uncomfortable or whatever. And he's
Oh,
just
he made
like
them stay in his room?
I don't know what the extent of what he did
Yeah,
was,
we would
but
need
like
to know the details to comment, though. That's the thing.
you remember the story I'm talking about though? Like
I
we spoke.
remember there were accusations of the CrossFit guy being a sexual harasser. That's
Yeah.
all I know. I didn't read the specifics of it, so I can't comment on whether or not it is that.
Yeah. Yes. But I think there was like, and I was talking to Molly about this, and there was like, if he was a good looking ass dude, it wouldn't have been as big of a story.
Brian Callen's a good looking dude, and he's being accused of fucking like rape now.
Oh, so then, yeah, I mean, then I just think it shouldn't matter. Like, Molly works in HR, so it's like she's very strong sided on one side of this, where it's like, if you're at work, I don't care if you're fucking around. You can't do some like who would you rather type shit because you're there to work. You're
But
not
okay,
there.
but then what are the consequences? See, this is where people will lose me. What should the consequences be then? Should that person be fired because they did would you rather? Should they be fired? Because if some people would say yes to that, and my reaction would be that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Then we might as well all put on chastity belts and go live back in the fucking Victorian era where you can't even look at the leg on a fucking piano thing without getting turned on.
I know. I wish Molly was here for this conversation because I tend to agree with you too, where it's just like you're working at the Ellen show, so you sort of know, like it's some entertainment
It's
type
not. See,
shit.
no. I'm not even trying to give her the excuse based on like you already know that she's fucked up. Because I'm trying to say that you have to judge the actions on their own merits. And if I look at the action of she asked employees, who'd you rather, this one or this one, that just doesn't cross a line to me. That doesn't cross a line to me.
I
I mean,
think it
you could
does.
say it's at the line or close to the line, but to me, I look at that and I'm like, that's just an awkward person being awkward. That's it. That's all I see there. Like, that's not, yes, if somebody's particularly prudish, they would be like really offended by that and maybe like think about it later and be like, I was uncomfortable with that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. You're going to be okay. You're going to wake up tomorrow. You're going to be fucking fine. What are you going to do? You want to ruin somebody's life over it? It just seems like it's part of this trend of like everybody blowing everything up massively and acting like, if something's even 2% sexual, even if it's not intended to be something that's like, somebody making a move or whatever, that therefore it's a wrap, they're done, zero tolerance. But my guess is, Core, because again, I don't know all the specifics of the Ellen thing. My guess is
I
it
don't
went a
even know if that
lot
was.
further than that. That's my guess.
I
Because
would.
there are accusations of Ellen on top of whatever the sexual allegations are.
Yeah.
That like she's just a terrible person. And the thing that I've seen that I hated, like Ted Cruz tweeted this. He tried to make it about like cancel culture. And it's like, not everything is fucking cancel culture, Ted. What, you're not allowed to say that your boss is a piece of shit anymore? Like, no, of course you are. If your boss is a piece of shit, of course you could say your boss is a piece of shit. Like, why is everybody trying to make everything about cancel culture? This has nothing to do with cancel culture. Like, it's this new trick that people do to try to dismiss something. Like, all you have to do is say, oh, is that cancel culture? It's like, no, if somebody has a shitty boss, the other thing is he said in the tweet, like, this is just the woke mob coming after her because she wouldn't apologize for the George W. Bush thing or whatever. And it's like, hey, Ted, it's not the woke mob trying to cancel her. It's people saying, hey, that's a war criminal you're hanging out with, and he should be in prison. And that's true. He is a war criminal, and he should be in prison. That has nothing to do with the woke mob or cancel culture. That's just like, that's a bad thing, and I'm going to point out that that's a bad thing. And if you get triggered by that, that's your problem.
Yeah.
But it's so easy to like smugly dismiss everything by just saying like, oh, is this cancel culture?
Yeah, I agree. I forgot the point I was just gonna make.
It was probably something about the Ellen, and HR and HR's response.
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I mean, I think there's. It has to do with people's feelings too, and that like. There was one situation I heard. It was like a security guard at an event that was stationed to like be with Ellen, and he had a story that like she came in and like was just very rude and like just whatever he was saying. But like at the end of the day, like Ellen doesn't owe anything to that security guard to be nice to him, and like like she's just going to do her show shit. So like the story gets out there now that she's rude and like, a bitch and all this shit. But like, that's just because because she didn't say hi to you, because she didn't thank you for protecting her and all this shit. Like,
yeah. Like, what does he want? That's the question. What does he want? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So like, it's a tough spot because, Ellen is Ellen. She's, obviously this top person. She interacts with a lot of people. There's a lot of people who work at her show. Where do just someone's feelings getting hurt cross between she was being a bitch or she was, said something that made them feel uncomfortable? Because yeah, I mean, I think there's different levels to it. Whereas someone who's just working at some regular shit that says something to someone, it would just be nothing. Where you compare it to someone working at the Ellen show and she says something and it's just a bigger deal because she's Ellen and she's obviously more powerful and, well known. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't want to dock her any points or give her more points because of who she is. Like, I feel like that's just not something that we should do. Like, we should try to look at all these things objectively. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
that's what happens. Like,
what's that?
That's what happens. When I heard the security guard story, at first I was like, fuck Ellen. Yeah, she's a bitch. This guy's out there protecting her, this and that. But at the end of the day, she just came to the shit. Like, she might have not even known who the fuck you were. Like, you were just hired by some company.
I get your point, and here's my take on it. Like, in this particular instance with the security guard, I'm totally cool with and in favor of him telling that story because he's saying, hey, my experience is that she's a colossal bitch. And to which I say to that dude is, you know what? You're probably right. And if I was in your exact same position, I'd probably feel the same way. And so you have every right to come out and say, like, here's what happened. I think she's a total bitch. Then the question becomes like, about that particular incident, what should be done about that particular incident? And that's where I come out on the side of like, there's nothing that can be done. Yeah. Like, what are you going to do? You can't, there's nothing you could do. Okay, she was a bitch. You acknowledge she's a bitch. You want to talk about the fact that she's a bitch. I'm with you 100%. But do you want, like, is that enough to fire or something? Then I say no. Now, if you say, hey, there's a pattern of like 97,000 instances of this, well, then, yeah, then that's a different conversation. And maybe it does lead to a position where she gets fired. not necessarily because of the fact that she's a bitch, but because of the fact that the work environment is so bad that nobody wants to work for her, and that it totally is anathema to her public image. So you know what I'm saying? So like
That's where I think it's gotten to with what's happened recently. Like,
yeah,
you know,
like
so
her image is like the bubbly, happy, whatever. And
yes,
then now the mask has been ripped off and you're not the bubbly, happy, whatever. So it's like you're just losing your value. So now
yes,
you're not doing your job. You doing your job right entails you being the bubbly, happy person. And if everybody knows you're not the bubbly, happy person, then guess what, bitch? You're not doing your job right. So
that's
it's the same as calling a plumber and the plumber's not doing plumbing shit. And it's like, okay, so then sorry, you're out of here. So
yeah.
I fuck with that. Like I fuck with that. Like don't get me wrong. I'm not anti HR. Like I think it's important, especially in bigger work environments where there's a lot of people. Like you need that. But I feel like for me, there's a lot of stuff that happens where people want punishment too much. And for me, one of the biggest things is intentions. So when it comes to like a work environment thing, because if somebody was making that comment, like the who'd you rather, and there was no ill intent, like they're just joking around and thinking you're cool joking around with it too, then I'm a lot more willing to let that go compared to, let's say, a guy who comes on to a coworker, the coworker makes clear I'm uncomfortable with this, and then like the next day he tries it again. Okay, now we got a problem because she told you she's not comfortable with it, and now you're coming on to her again. Now we got a problem.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one, if the intention of it was like I'm joking around, ha ha he he, isn't this funny? And somebody's like, you know what? I don't really like it. Okay, well, step one is tell homeboy you don't like it and then see what happens. And if he doesn't do it again, then we're good and we all walk away here
You
like
know
adults.
damn well if one of those people in the cubicle, though, were to say, Ellen, you know, while she's coming through with a camera crew and Jimmy Kimmel and like whoever else she was standing with, and you're like, Ellen, it's making me feel a little bit uncomfortable. That motherfucker would be fired so fast.
And that's a problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It causes people to not speak up on some type of situation like that. And
yeah,
like
and
that
that's why
creates a workplace that
that's why I tried to make clear, especially even in the case of the security guard, like, yeah, dude, speak up. Like, this is what happened. Tell people the truth. Like, I'm in favor of everybody coming forward and saying whatever the hell it is that's on their mind. I totally agree with that. I just think that for me, the punishments, I think people in general in today's day and age are too quick to punish too much.
yes,
And there's
I agree with that. I agree with that. I just think yes, yeah. I think the punishments sometimes don't fit the crime.
exactly. That's my whole point, is that I don't think the punishment fits the crime. I don't, in the Ellen case in particular, I don't know because
I don't know either.
She's still on the air, right?
I know she came out and like apologized or some shit, but I haven't been watching recently, to be honest.
You don't even know if she's still on the air, dog?
I don't know. I mean, and I used to fuck with Ellen heavy.
Used
and
to watch all the time, yeah.
I would say back in the day, don't be fooled by this shit, because Ellen, right when she walks off that set, is probably like, fuck the dancing and fuck, man,
like
smiling
the
all
Steve
this
Harvey
shit.
thing, too. This happened with Steve Harvey, too.
Well, fuck Steve Harvey.
But Steve Harvey off air is apparently a giant dick to everybody, too, where he said, like...
Yeah, but that like, he's a giant dick to people on air. So, like,
that's even more excusable then, because that's part of the persona.
Fuck with him because he'll be on air and be like someone will hit him with a question in the audience, like some grandma type shit, and he'll be like, "Grandma, sit your ass down." Like Ellen would be like, "Oh, Granny, let me come fucking dance to Will I Am with you or some shit." But then off stage would be like, "Would you believe that fucking grandmother asked me?" Steve Harvey keeps it a buck. I sort of fuck with him for doing that.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, that's why when his shit came out, like people were sort of like, he does that shit. Like what do you what?
No,
what is
no,
this?
but
This
nothing.
elite audio. He does this shit on air.
Like, I thought he crossed the line too, because apparently he had insane rules. Like he had this rule of like nobody's allowed to talk to me, even if you see me, look the other way. Like it was over the top.
I fuck with him on that shit though, like, cause it's like he would tell you that shit on air. It's not like he would like is hiding that, you know, like.
Yeah, he would kind of argue for it, wouldn't he?
That's what I'm saying. If that shit came out and it was Ellen like saying that behind the scenes, like, don't even smile at me if I walk down the hall. If I see you do one dance move type shit, like, you're fired. Because her whole shit on air is all of that shit, you know, like.
So fake. How fake is she? Oh my God.
It's beyond fake. And that's why, you know, like, I knew, like, I could get that sense from her already. Like it's almost like she put too much of that shit out there that you knew it's so hard to maintain that when the lights go off, you know? So it's like
So true.
that's why
Yeah.
people fuck with you, because who you are on air is exactly who you are off
Well,
air. You're not getting some.
yes and no, yes and no, because I leave it all on the field. So like I feel like a lot of my life energy is wasted on air, so that when I get off air, I'm just a lot more introverted naturally. But yeah, I am the same person. It's
You're
just
still the
you're
same dude, though.
yeah, you're seeing me at different levels of energy. But yeah, I'm definitely the same person in that I'll say whatever I say on air is what I'll say off air. But there are different, like I really do feel like I take like 50% of my life energy for the day is wasted in the 2.5 hour show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the rest of the day, which is 22 hours in the rest of the day, I got like half the energy because I wasted the other half on air.
But it's not like you're dancing on air, coming off like you love dancing. Like I feel like even at a party, she's with Portia, her wife, and shit like that, and like she might be like, "You want to dance?" It's like, "This is a song you danced to on the show the other day. You were really into it." She'll be like, "I fucking
Fuck
hate
you
that
and
song."
fuck dancing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like you get off air and you like
Yeah,
get
different
me
person.
anything but a seltzer. Like
Yeah.
you're 100% gonna drink
By
a
the way,
seltzer off air.
so everybody knows, this was seltzer with Crystal Light in it. So I don't know if people saw the pink in here, but it was seltzer with Crystal Light, which was delicious.
That's my point. Is just like it's an act, and like the authenticity piece is what people are looking for, and it's just like
I couldn't believe anybody liked her in the first place,
all
dog.
the
Because
people that like her aren't authentic either. So everybody in her audience who's wearing some colorful ass shit, who's
you just
wearing
gave me a light bulb moment. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. The
they're
people who
not
watch
true.
her and like her were not authentic.
100%. Like everyone in her audience is smiling for fucking an hour and a half. Like when in real life can you fucking smile for an hour and a half straight and like be laughing and be like slapping hands with the person next to you or some shit? Like unless you're at a fucking baseball or basketball game, you don't even do that shit there. You do that shit when someone hits a home run. You do that shit when like they're doing the YMCA at a Yankee game, or like a guy runs on the field naked or some shit. Then you get excited. But for an hour and a half straight, you got to be cheesy and dancing and laughing and having some jolly ass old time. Fuck that shit. It's fake. Fuck, man. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I find it's very strange to me what things kind of take off in popular society and what like what was that show? With like the nerds and the hot girls who live together and they like
The Real World?
No. I'm talking about, it was like a sitcom. The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, fuck that show.
Something about that show took off like crazy. And the only time I've ever watched it, I was like, I can't believe anybody likes this. And like,
There's
what
so
is
many
it about
shows
that
like
hitting
that.
a chord? Like, something about that hit a chord in people's minds. They're like, I like this. They're nerds, but like, they're dating hot women. And it's like, oh my God, this is so cool.
Every show on like CBS or like NBC, I don't know how, but they're always like like they phrase it in the perfect way. That's like the number one televised show after 6 p.m. And I'm just like, who watches this shit? And there's
That's
just,
what I'm saying.
but there's mad, just like cornballs out there that eat that shit alive. They love that shit.
And there's more of them than people who like the stuff that we like.
Yeah.
Which is kind of scary. That's kind of a scary thought, that the Big Bang Theory and Ellen were these gigantic, even like you said, those shitty morning shows where everybody's fake bubbly and whatnot. Like,
Bro,
who's watching that?
I mean, I still do. I don't know why. Like every morning I'll turn on Ryan Seacrest and Kelly Ripa. Like this morning they had a guest co-host and she was standing up and she was pregnant and she was showing her, baby bump and shit. And I was like, why am I watching this shit? But like, I'm sort of still watching this shit. Like, I don't know why. And that was my shit with the Ellen show. It's just like, I don't know why I'm watching it, but
I've had a hate thing for Ryan Seacrest forever because he's like the anti-Kyle in every way. Like his whole adult life has been like chasing being popular. And I'm sure you've seen the picture of him from when he was in like high school or when he was like elementary school.
Yep.
He looks like this little chubby dork. Like, I
Yep.
feel like his whole life has been trying to make up for the fact when he was that little chubby dork. So now he's like nonstop trying to be cool, trying to be popular, trying to be
Yep.
with it. Like in every single big show where they need like a super official announcer guy, he's the guy that they go to. And I look at him like, oh, dude, you're so sad. Like your whole life is how you think other people perceive you. Like, what are you doing?
Yep.
What are you doing, man?
And he's 100% probably like Ellen. You know, like when he gets off air, he's on some like his voice might be
Definitely.
on some like, yo, can you get me a beer, please? Like it's not some like, hey, wife, can
The
you
stupid announcer voice, man. It's everywhere. The fake announcer voice is everywhere, and it drives me crazy.
I don't know. I think everyone could get got. My brother was like, I think the only person that might not be able to get got is like Oprah. And I was like, she could get got.
No, you know what? You can't get got if you just don't accept the rules of the game. Like that's why Joe Rogan, Joey Diaz, it doesn't matter what people say against them because ultimately their response is always like, I really just genuinely don't give a fuck what you have to say about me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
The-
So like if you don't accept the rules of the game, then they can't cancel you if you're uncancelable. If you're just
yeah.
like, I don't care.
Yeah. And at what point, like the guy that I think you, you retweeted one of his things, the Tim Dillon guy or whatever.
Oh, he's so funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then Rogan put something that like he made it to Newsweek or something. Like at the end of the day, like New York Times and Newsweek, all these people writing their shit, they're just as fucked up as like the person saying whatever is
Yeah.
fucked up. So
Well,
like
that's why
who's to say that they're the voice of reason on you shouldn't say that?
well, that's why dark comedy like gets places. Like but there's a lot of people who like it because yeah, it's like the anti Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
There's something about that that's more real.
Yep.
Like that Tim Dillon thing was so funny, man. He was just ripping on Ellen. Oh, that was so good.
But
But
it's just yeah,
he doesn't give a fuck.
that's
Like
what I'm
that's
saying. It's just
the
the
good commentary. He
authenticity
doesn't
shit.
care.
That's what I'm saying. It's just the authenticity shit. That's why like going back to the Steve Harvey thing is like at least he sort of comes off on air like that. You know, it's just like it's not some
See, now you're getting why all these years I kind of defended Steve Harvey. You didn't
I
like him
still
back in
don't
the.
like that motherfucker
Nah,
at all. I
he
think
listen. He's a piece of shit because
yeah.
he famously said like he hates atheists and he was like open about it. Like
I just hate how 100 he is on everything. Like it's like ask
yes,
Steve. You know,
that's so
Steve
true.
knows. It's
He
like
acts like he's an expert on everything. He wrote books on like relationships.
yes.
Like,
And
bro,
like
you
meanwhile
don't
he
know what
was
the
like
fuck
having
you're doing.
affairs with his
None
wife
of us
and
know what
shit.
we're fucking doing in relationships. You're Steve Harvey. You don't know that shit.
I think he wrote the What Women Want. Like there was like
Yes,
a whole
he
movie
wrote
like
some
well, how
shit
the
like
fuck do
that.
you know what women want?
You're Steve Harvey, dog.
You're fucking Steve Harvey. You know what women want? You know everything fucking fuck you.
Yeah, you're right.
Like
Then he gives people
that's why I
advice.
don't like him, but at least like he's on some like, you know, like, out front of his shit where it's just like I'm gonna just be a fucking asshole and like where he's not hiding that shit where I mean like Ellen I mean it didn't surprise me with that shit, man, but like again, she's gonna be fine. You know, like but like that shit will affect her more than it will someone who doesn't like because she cares about all that shit. When the whole George Bush shit went down, she came down and tried to say her, you know, save
She tried to
face.
defend herself. I hated that.
That's what I'm
Because
saying. She was like, I can't be friends with someone.
yeah, she was trying to say like, "Oh, I can't be friends with someone. Like we have to learn to like agree to disagree in this country or whatever." And it's like, war crimes are not a disagreement. He's a war criminal.
Yeah.
He killed hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians. Like that I hate when people try to like mischaracterize the issue on purpose. Cuz it's like you're just being slimy. You're not
Yeah.
acknowledging what your critics are actually saying. Like everybody's got fucking, family members who are of a different political persuasion. This isn't about that. This is about that dude's got the blood of dead, innocent Iraqi babies on his hand, you prick.
Yeah, man. He's getting like he's just looking. I mean, in a lot of people's eyes, he's just looking better and better every day. But at the end of the day, he still looks like a big pile of fucking shit.
Piece of shit. He's even at this late date, he's still worse than Trump so far.
Yeah.
Even at this late date, he's still worse than Trump so far.
That's fucking beyond crazy.
But now you're right. Now he's been rehabilitated. Now, like, even Democrats will be like, nah, he's better than Trump.
I think
And
people are starting to see that Democrats are just as bad as Republicans. You know, like I mean, like I think it was known, but now it's even like known. Like I wouldn't. I don't even know if I would classify myself as a Democrat anymore. Obviously, like I lean with how they're
Yeah,
thinking
you
is in
vote more
theory.
for them than Republicans, of course.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they're on some Ellen shit where it's like we're telling you and dancing and doing all the shit you like, but once
So
but
true.
ask
The
our fucking
Republicans,
employees.
the Republicans,
Or
like,
on some Steve Harvey shit where it's just
are
like
up
they're
front are
sorted
like,
out in front of it.
my platform is fuck off.
Yeah.
And then the Democrats are like, well, I like you a lot. And then behind the scenes, they're like, I agree with telling you to fuck off.
We like to dance. We're dancing to hip hop.
We're against racism. We're so against racism. No, we're not.
That's why it's hard to have conversations with people because just be like, because you want to say like, yes, start focusing more on Democrats, but like they're just as corrupt. It's just it's like you got to weed through and find the right Democrats because our system makes them, be a Democrat or fucking Republican.
I mean, literally, their whole philosophy is we're not Trump. We're better than Trump.
Yeah.
Like, the whole philosophy is like, what are you going to do? Support that guy? Like, that's the whole thing. And that's how you get a situation where you have Joe Biden, whose brain doesn't work. His entire career, he's been a moderate Republican in terms of his voting record. He wrote the crime bill. He voted for the Iraq War. He supported all the outsourcing deals. Like, this is, and even today, Corin, in the year 2020, the DNC was like, no, we're against legal marijuana. Bro, a poll just came out that had over 60% of the entire country is for legal marijuana.
Yeah, it's
In
wild.
your party, it's over 80% of the voters are for legal marijuana. And the DNC was like, we're against it. So it gets back to your point. Like, what they're doing is, and I said this the other day on my show, in this country we have two parties. We have the Republican Party and the Diet Republican Party. And that's what it is. That's what it is.
That's good. Yeah, there was a tweet that said just because Donald Trump is bad doesn't mean that Joe Biden is good.
That's right. That's
like,
exactly what it is.
Two things could still be two bad.
Yeah, like he's still a piece of shit. Like, don't get it twisted. He's still a piece of shit.
He's like less in the pile of piece of shit, but like it's still some shit piled up.
Well, that's what Nina Turner got in trouble. There was articles and stuff because she said, telling me to vote for Joe Biden is like telling me to eat half a plate of shit. And she says Trump's the full plate of shit and Biden's the half a plate of shit. So like that's keeping it real. That's keeping it real. But the problem is that there are so many people who try to tell you that the half a plate of shit is a fudge brownie.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, see, now fuck you, because now we're going to be arguing on how that's not true as opposed to really finding common ground. That's why I sort of fucked with the whole settle for Biden ad campaign that came out. It was like a bunch of lefties who were like, all right, fuck it, we'll vote for Joe. But like all their ads were like, we know he sucks, but for real, dog, like Trump is worse.
Yeah. No, that's a good way to like put it. Like, don't
Yeah, 'cause
tell
it's
me that
honest.
he's like this fucking savior. Sell it to me as like, just do it, man.
Yeah,
Like,
just come on, bro, just get it over with. It's bad, I know.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
although they did mess me up though, because there were like two ads that were just total bullshit. Like one of them was saying, "Oh, if you vote for the Green Party, that's a vote for Republicans," and that's like, no, vote for the Green Party is vote for the Green Party. Thank you very much. So those things piss me off. But most of the ads were actually kind of cool and honest. Like one of them showed Noam Chomsky, and he's like, and it said like, he's settling for Biden. Why can't you? And I was like, you do have a point there. That is a good point.
That is a good slogan to settle for Biden.
Yeah.
All
right, let's wrap it up. You got anything else for these lovely people?
No, I hope we can have an election. I saw Georgia is already back to school, which is weird. It seems mad early, but there was a school that
this
was
virus is not going to go away, man,
That's what I'm
because
saying.
now school's opening and whatnot. Half of them weren't wearing masks. This is about to get real bad, Core. Real
I don't
bad.
even know how is school open in Georgia? Like it's still fucking summer and like schools. I know they start early.
Some schools start early August.
That's mad early.
I know that's mad early because when we were in elementary school, middle school, and even high
Go
school,
back to like September, right?
it would start early September. That's when it would start for us. But then in college, for me, it was like mid to late August. It would start.
Yeah. College was later, but
Earlier. College was
earlier. Yeah. But the picture, and again, it's a picture, but like nobody was wearing shit in the photo, and like
dog, this virus is not going away. It's going to get a lot worse because you can't this country actually decided at one point in time, let's just pretend like there's not a virus anymore. Like let's just all act like there's not a virus, and then it's still spreading. People are still dying. What
when
a
you
mess.
start the precedence of like the non-mask to start, it puts in people's mind like that shit isn't important. Where if there was just some like blanket mandatory shit across the board, then people would have realized like this shit is serious. And it's all fucked up. I mean, Molly's sister's here with us right now. She can't like travel because she's got to like quarantine for 2 weeks here in the US before she goes to another country. The whole everything's out of whack, man. And yeah, you're right. This shit's not going away for a hot minute.
Nope. All that anybody could do now is just avoid like the obvious places. Don't go to restaurants. Don't go to bars. Like, don't go there and just wear a mask every time you go somewhere. That's the best you could do because. Oh, and also the other thing is wear something that covers your eyes. Like I wear sunglasses.
Eyes is a thing too.
Yeah, because the virus can get in your eyes. So if you cover your nose and your mouth, and your eyes there's nothing blocking it, you can get the virus through your eyes.
Damn, I've been going to the Goodwill store. There's definitely mad Rona on that shit.
I know. Every time you go, I say you're wearing your mask, right?
I got my mask on, but I'm touching a T-shirt from some fucking fat slobs who sat on his couch.
That's right.
Eating Cheetos.
That's right. That's what you're doing. You gotta be careful. All right, guys. We love you. Stay safe out there. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.